What's up, space pirates? This is your Admiral, the certifiably suave Dr. Disaster. And an important bit of context surrounding what we're going to talk about here is the fact that analysts for the gaming industry have been referring to the upcoming GTA 6 as the most important game ever made because the industry has been suffering so badly, and it needs Grand Theft Auto to revitalize it.
We're doomed.
Yeah, the industry might actually just be screwed, or at least the industry as we know it. Major AAA studios are laying off employees left and right, but smaller studios and startups who keep their ear to the ground and make stuff that gamers actually want, they will survive. But GTA, the great savior that is releasing in 2025, has long had a bunch of people speculating that the game is actually going to be woke. And just today, an article dropped from That Park Place detailing the troubling direction that Rockstar is going, along with a video from Endymion, and it looks like fans of GTA have plenty of reason to be concerned.
There's a little pee coming out of me right now.
You see, the big worry that everyone is suffering from is basically the fact that the founders of the company, of Rockstar, in other words, the people who made the studio what it is and cared about it beyond being just a commoditized entity, beyond numbers on a graph, those people are now gone. The founders of it left just a few years ago, right at about the same time that the company started incorporating DEI training garbage, specifically for their white employees. That tells me that the new people running the company are basically asking to get their talent gutted.
Don't just stand there! Throw me a spear!
These DEI programs are incapable of actually helping the studios that employ them, and I'm going to show you one of the videos that these people at Rockstar had to endure. It is as horrific and cringy as you would imagine, but these programs don't do anything but transform people into mindless corporate husks who regurgitate lines rather than think critically. And the shallow-mindedness and the weak products that it creates is completely off-putting to most gamers.
You two will be assimilated.
No.
Why do you resist? We only wish to raise quality of life.
Because I hate you!
A narrow vision. You will become one with the Borg.
Kiss my ass.
Alright, me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter or X, or whatever you want to refer to it as these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. But okay, let's dig into GTA 6, which we've been waiting for almost as long as Elder Scrolls fans have been waiting for Elder Scrolls 6. As I said, a shitload of pressure has been placed onto GTA to resurrect the industry, to revitalize it, and it's very possible that it will do that. After all, there's pretty much no bigger title in gaming these days than Grand Theft Auto. This thing is a guaranteed success, pretty much no matter what. Even if they came out and publicly endorsed progressive shit, this game would sell. Hell, they could announce that the game was 10 hours of walking in a straight line with no dialogue, no gameplay, no story or anything like that, and there are still people who would buy it just because the title is Grand Theft Auto. The cultural auto intake crowd will snatch this game up no matter what, but for those of us who are a little more discerning, who are wondering if the game will be filled with wokeness, there are some pretty strong indicators that things aren't looking too great. let's take a look at this article from that park place, which lays out one of the most troubling facts, that the people who really made the company what it is are now gone. We're going to skip down to there where it says that another underlying issue here, one that points to a deeper worry about the future of Rockstar games. If you've been paying close attention, you might have already noticed the first real concern. Dan Houser left Rockstar in 2020. In 2023, Michael Unsworth, another veteran writer and key creative behind GTA 4, GTA 5, and Red Dead Redemption 2, also left the company. Why did these departures happen? What's going on at Rockstar? To this day, no one really knows. Houser, notoriously private and media shy, has remained silent on the matter, and Unsworth's exit only adds to the uncertainty. But one thing that is noteworthy, particularly with the departure of Dan Houser, is that it came at a time which I have long referred to as the height of wokeness. 2020 was peak woke time. The movement was building up for years leading up to then, but they were at the height of their power in 2020 and 2021. But wokeness has been waning in strength since 2022 when Elon Musk purchased Twitter. The problem with wokeness is that it requires the rest of the world to follow along mindlessly. It folds in the face of even the barest traces of skepticism. That is why these zealots for the religion have been tucking tail and running over to Blue Sky as an alternative to Twitter, because they can't handle conversations where they aren't permitted to be holding the whip hand at all times. If the threat of getting suspended off the platform for disagreeing with them too hard doesn't exist, then these soft people do not function properly. But anyhow, I digress. 2020 was when things were looking bleak, and it is not coincidentally when DEI programs started being implemented at Rockstar. And that is when Dan Houser left the company. Now, Endymion does a great job of covering all of this in his video from earlier today. If you haven't watched it yet, I strongly encourage that you do. I've got a link to it and to the That Park Place article in the description of this video. But Endymion covers all of this in great detail. But anyhow, I'm going to just play a clip from his video to give you an idea what the white developers at Rockstar are apparently being subjected to. It should give you an idea as to what the frame of mind is for the people working on this game.
How can we consciously address bias as we move through our workplaces and lives? While there is a clamor for action, action without awareness leads to inauthentic and performative behavior that repeats the cycle of systemic inequality. In order to be aware of when we are acting from an unconscious bias, we need to be able to identify when they're happening. Instead of this causing you to stress or feeling hopeless, I invite you to embrace the complexity of being human. My name is Stacey Gordon. I'm an executive advisor to senior leaders in the field of diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. I spent years working in Fortune 500 companies and nonprofit organizations specializing in diversity and inclusion. And today, I hope to bring awareness to the topic of unconscious bias. In this course, we're going to talk about unconscious bias and the impact it has on business. You'll be introduced to some common types of biases that have a large impact in our workplace processes and environments, so you'll now begin to notice the effects of bias in your workplace, in your schools, and in your communities. This awareness is what is needed to begin to make the necessary changes in our behavior, and throughout this course, I'm going to ask you several questions. I recommend you write down your thoughts as we go, so grab a notebook or a writing tablet, and let's get started.
How about new?
Alright, so if you put all this together, things are not looking very promising for GTA fans. Dan Houser left without any explanation, but whether that was because of all the DEI shit that was being implemented at the company, or whether that shit was being implemented because he was on the way out, either way, it doesn't matter. It simply says a lot about how we should temper our expectations with this game. As far as GTA 6 goes, I'm not sure what they could put in it to make it unappealing and woke. I know some people disliked that there was a female main character for the first time, but that doesn't bother me at all. Dan Houser himself has said that it would happen someday. I think Rockstar has earned a lot of our trust over the years, so it will take more than that to turn me off from the game, but trust was something that other studios once had as well, like BioWare and Obsidian, and look how that turned out. And to top it off, Take-Two Interactive, the parent company of Rockstar, was listed as a client of Sweet Baby Inc. until Sweet Baby removed their client list from their website. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect. We'll see what happens, but I'm going to leave it there. Drop your thoughts down below. What are your expectations for GTA 6? Let me know in the comment section, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.